First of all, how is everyone?
Pretty
Good.
good.
Good. I think some of us are all in class together too. So this is nice.
Yep.
I recognize some faces. I'm like, yay, makes it a little easier, hopefully.
How are you, Alyssa?
Sorry, what?
How are you doing?
Pretty good. I've had a long day and now everything is not wanting to load. I actually just got back from interviewing with Journeys, and base opportunities. So I thought that was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Are you gonna use that towards your practicum hours?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. I have to wait until the lady reaches out to me. So hopefully she does that by today, tomorrow. If not, I'll just reach out to him and be like, hey, so like, can I still volunteer, please?
Well,
Sorry, my internet is trash.
all good, all good. I can offer to say an opening prayer. I know that's what she put in there and that we can start with. Sure. Okay. Dear Heavenly Father, we're so grateful to have this opportunity to meet on Zoom with our group, and we ask that God bless us that we can all feel the spirit and that we can have an uplifting conversation about what we learned this week and how we can apply it um, and have good conversation about our assignments for the week as well and lift each other up. We love you. We say these things in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Mm.
Okay.
Amen.
Oh, dear.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
What in the...
Hello.
We can see you now too.
Yes.
Okay, I can hear you now.
Perfect.
My stupid headphones. Okay, well, I may not be able to use my headphones. So if there's background noise, sorry. Sorry, guys. I am hot mess today. Okay.
Um, so do we know who the team leader is? I know I sent out the link, but I that was before I actually read the getting ready page. And I was
I
like,
think it's just rotates every week. That's what I gathered because we'll have a new team leader. So
okay. Oh, there we go. Works out, I guess. I'm not exactly sure where to start.
Well,
So we're
it has
getting,
the list of questions that you can ask
oh yeah, oh, there it is.
on Zoom Team Huddle.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll start asking them. Um, what was the one message that really stood out to you?
I guess I can start us off. Um, I thought this class would be like extremely heavily focused on people with disabilities and things like that. So I guess it was interesting to me to see how a lot of the material wasn't necessarily extremely focused on it, how it was just based off of recreation and such. Um, so, and I guess that's what, um, yeah,
is your name? How do you pronounce it? Aisha? Aisha?
Aisha.
Okay. Oh, awesome. I was just gonna ask you a question. Is your major in recreation or therapeutic rec?
Yeah, I just switched to
Oh,
recreation
awesome.
management.
Awesome. Okay, that's exciting. I know some people take this class and they're not in the recreation side of things.
No, yeah, I just barely switched my major. So
Welcome. It's a great major.
thank you.
It's awesome and I love it. I can go next. I like that a lot of like the material that was kind of review of what I learned in leisure and society when I took that class about like kind of the concepts of leisure and the recreation model and also like taboo recreation, stuff like that. I thought it was awesome to go back through those things and kind of be reminded that, especially when I was reading about the ADA Act, that was established in the 90s, was that like everyone should have the opportunity for these leisure activities. Like it is a right that everyone is deserving of. It's not just for the able-bodied, no matter who you are. And so I really like that concept.
Yeah, I never thought of like taboo recreation until I read that section that she had. And I was like, I guess that's true. Like some people do things and maybe not for the right reasons, and then it becomes like addicting, and then it becomes bad for them, and for instead of helping them, it's hurting them. Anyone else like have want to share what was something that stood out to them?
I can share.
Well,
One of the things that I really liked from this week was the quote from Brigham Young that was in the Leisure and Recreation Defined um, part that we're supposed to read this week, where he said all of us need to sleep and have mental and physical balance in our lives. And when we have those things, like our lives are just gonna be so much better. We're gonna have so much more joy. And I just think it was really cool to like read that quote from the prophet about leisure and that it's not laziness and stuff. So
think like if you'd asked me before I joined this like major that like what I thought leisure was, I would definitely have said, "Oh yeah, it's just kind of hang out." But now it's like no, it's like purposeful things that we do or help our clients do to reach like success. That it can be used that way. Questions. Okay. What did you learn that will help you make a more informed argument in your presentation to the city council? To be honest, I haven't looked at it. Is that the self-reflection assignment?
No, that will be the application assignment. It's like the case study.
Yeah.
And
Sorry,
something in
I
the
don't.
reading that I liked. Oh, sorry.
Oh no, go ahead, go ahead.
I was just gonna say like something I put in my toolbox because it was a good reminder for me was the levels of recreation. And I think like because I haven't written it yet, but when I do write about the case study for the city council, I'll probably include that diagram and say, hey, like this is so applicable to people in our community. Like rather than like doing the basics and just being entertained, like let's get people to actively participate or create something because that is so much better for you, so much better for the community and better for the people around you.
Something along with that is I feel like it's not always super easy to find a place to like go to a pickleball court or like go to some of those city like the parks and recreation um sites, I feel like it's a little bit harder to find those sometimes. And especially if like the city doesn't offer them, then it's like, where do I go? And so then that create like a lot of like downgrade within like the community because people will start to struggle because um leisure is vital. Um and it's something that has to stay within the community. And for a lot of people, that's the Parks and Recreation, like softball or baseball or tennis or, whatever it is, that's how they keep their leisure time or or basketball, like all the different sports or anything like throughout the season. That's how they um have their leisure time. That's their recreation. That's their break away from um their day-to-day life. So
I just want to hop on that train. I know I'm talking a lot, but Lindsay, I really like what you said because I don't know, a lot of us are in the other class of intro to TR as well. And today we talked about all the models. And I like the flourishing through life model. I'm pretty sure Alyssa, you did that one, the one with the flower. Okay, yeah.
I did.
So it talks it talks about the six like it, just like you were saying, Lindsay, it's
Sorry, it totally kicked me out. Hopefully she's okay. I'll just explain to her that my internet was bad and hopefully we all still get a good grade. I apologize in advance.
I'm sure she'll understand. I think it'll be okay.
Um, Along with that, like I think I really liked the video that she had in her announcements. I went and watched it and it was just like the message that stuck out to me, like, and especially for like presenting, if I was presenting to a city council, is that everyone deserves the right to be included in not only like recreation, but allowed into buildings so that they can go and work and be like productive members of society because people want that. People like desire that. And it's, I think, cruel to think that they don't want that. Like, I feel like I used to assume that people with disabilities are like, oh yeah, they don't really want things, which is really bad way of thinking. But
Well, oh,
oh, you're
go
good.
ahead.
The other thing is like that there was an older gentleman that was speaking. He was like, I needed to change my mindset about myself and about what I could do. And I think like as professionals, like that's what's going to be required of us is that we're going to be advocates and also it's required for us to change our point of view and to change our thinking about what people are maybe capable of and just open our minds.
I just want to also talk about like we're talking about a little bit about the ADA and the inclusion side of things and how we're trying to get those that may have disabilities to be included. And I honestly think it's really sad how long it took for like legislation to kind of make that push because I think a lot of people, frankly, are misinformed and don't understand the need for that inclusion. And the fact that it didn't happen till the 90s is kind of sad because I don't know, without the the ADA Act, I doubt that a lot of companies or like people or communities would even have pushed for that inclusion. But it's just, I don't know, like the 90s wasn't that long ago. I think it's so sad that it took that much time and that really wasn't that long ago that that happened.
Something interesting that the lady also said, there's the lady in the video. She said if there weren't people like us, there wouldn't be laws like the ADA. And I was like, oh, you're right. And something else that I thought was interesting is that like disability can happen to anyone, even if you think you're like perfectly normal, everyday human being. Like you could have something traumatic happen, maybe you lose an arm or a leg or have a brain tumor. Literally, it could happen to anyone at any time. And so I think like it's good that we have these inclusion programs in place already. And it is really sad that it took so long. And that's why it's so important that we keep pushing, I think, for like further accessibility.
I think people forget that people with any sort of disorder or disability, um, maybe they have something wrong mentally or physically, but they still have mental health that needs to be taken care of. And so I did a ton of sports and leisure activities and stuff growing up, and my oldest sister has a genetic disorder. And I think it's just so important to make sure that everyone's included and just what a boost that actually gives people into their mental health. I even would teach little kids golf over the summers, and some of them would have disabilities and such, and just how happy they were to be included and to be able to learn all the different skills that can come from sports, like leadership and teamwork and things like that.
Right. How did your awareness of the qualities and benefits of recreation change?
I can go on this one. Um, so I never really like thought about it like before, like because I'm in like the Leisures and Society class right now too. And like last semester I was in family recreation. I didn't even know what leisure like actually meant until like the last few semesters. And like now that I've been like diving deeper and deeper into leisure, it's like and recreation, it started to like really emphasize like how important it truly is because it's like growing up you just think like, oh yeah, it's just like recreation, it's just something fun you go do. You don't realize how important it is for your mental health. And at least for me, it was until like in high school and college that I really realized that it's like, no, you have to set stuff aside for a second and go take care of yourself. Because in like from my perspective, it's like leisure and recreation is part of self-care. Like in one way or another, it is self-care. And I never realized that until the last few semesters and like started recognizing how important it is for me to have that and like recognizing that how important it is for other people as well. So
Like I said, I haven't actually gotten to the argument for the presentation yet, but anyone who has thinking about the argument for your presentation, are there any questions your team still has not been able to get answered through the video or other content this week?
Where was that video at that you guys were talking about?
So it's in the announcements.
So I
For,
got to read those. Okay.
yeah, for week 2. I was
Sounds,
thinking the same exact thing.
yeah, I mentioned it in the list and I was like, video? I was like, I looked through the modules this morning, but video. Okay, thank you.
oh, is it the 7-minute video that will change your life?
Yes,
Okay.
I
Guess I'll
did
watch.
watch that. I feel like if you're like me and you haven't started on the application assignment yet, I think it would be really helpful to watch it before you start. Because like I'm just kind of briefly reading over the application submission, and it's just like going kind of like talking about how people like with disabilities deserve a voice and stuff like that. It's really good. I haven't even read the case study yet. I'm behind a little bit this week.
I am too. I read it today.
It's all good. I know we've all had a chance to talk. Brendan, would you mind introducing yourself? I know you hopped on a little late.
Yeah. I felt bad. I haven't looked at anything yet this week, so I was just kind of sitting here.
Oh,
But I'm Brendan. Nice to meet you guys.
nice to meet you. Welcome to the discussion.
And are we all therapeutic recreation majors, or some of us recreation majors, or other?
I'm
I'm
just
just,
a major.
oh,
Sorry.
sorry.
Yeah,
Go
just
ahead.
in management, but good job with the TR, guys. It's so good. I figured I've done like 22 years of it with my sister having a disability, and that was good.
Did you say you're just normal rec management? Me too.
What about you, Brendan? What is your major?
I'm also a rec management.
Oh, okay. So I feel like we have an equal balance, like three rec managements and like two or three therapeutic rec people.
But we still got a couple of minutes. Does everyone want to go around and like say what they like to do for recreation and for leisure and stuff like that? Maybe
Yeah.
we can sometime and actually do something. That'd be fun.
Yeah, that would be fun. I like to go on walks with my dog, but I also like to play tennis. I'm down for pickleball. I'm not good at it. I like volleyball. I'm kind of just pretty chill.
I can go next. I love basketball. I've been playing like my whole life, and I also really like playing volleyball for fun. So really, just any sports, I'm so down. So
I can go next. I love kind of everything. I've gotten really into like spikeball the last couple days because my friends are all very into it. And pickleball, I'm on a pickleball co-rec team for the semester. I've played on a volleyball team. I like soccer. I like being outside. I'm so happy it's summer because I can pull out my paddleboard and like go to Rigby Lake and everything. So just really anything outside. I like summer better than I do winter. But yeah, just anything honestly.
Well, if you ever want anyone to go paddleboard with you, let me know. Because I've never gone paddleboarding at Rigby Lake, but I want to. So,
It's so fun. We'll have to go. It's so fun.
yes. Yes.
Agreed. It is super fun.
I've only ever been there like once, and that was just to go for a walk with one of my friends that lives in Rigby too.
It's nice because I know I'm not going to run into anything scary because it's all man-made. Sometimes I get nervous about like other stuff, but yeah, I love Rigby.
Good to know. Good to know. Oh, the other thing that I like to do besides paddleboard, I like to ride horses. I don't have any horses right now, but I used to, and I grew up with them. So I am currently working my way back to getting them. Um, and then in the winter, I like snowmobiling or snowboarding. Um, Summer paddleboarding, obviously. And four-wheeling, camping, just being outside. So I'm not a very sporty person, but hands down to you guys that can do it though. So
Guess I'll go. Yeah, so sports my whole life. I would list them all, but the only ones I would be missing would be like softball. But yeah, in high school, I did do competitive basketball, volleyball, golf, and track. And then I love ultimate frisbee, pickleball, spike ball, all of those things, rock climbing. I went to BYU Hawaii my first year of college before I left on my mission. So I love to surf and all that kind of stuff, hiking. I rode dirt bikes growing up. So my entire life has been recreation. So I love all of it, paddleboarding, all of it, boating, wake surfing, tubing, any of it.
Why'd you leave Hawaii?
I was there on an academic scholarship my first year. And then BYU Hawaii got rid of the scholarship when I left on my mission, for the entire school. And so while I love it there and I have family that lives there, it's just too expensive now.
Makes sense.
Although I would go back if they gave me my scholarship back. I would go.
I was gonna say choosing Rexburg over Hawaii is crazy.
Don't get me started. You can ask God about that one. If he told me to go back, I would have spent the money. But he was like, Rexburg. And I was like, you better be sending me a husband, sir. He hasn't done that yet. So
Uh,
Well, even without
well, I'm kind of.
pretty cool.
Oh, no, go ahead. Go ahead. Well, I was just gonna share what I like to do. I'm pretty much the same. Sports was a religion in my family, so um, yeah, I love camping. That's really about it. Have you guys ever done mud volleyball on campus at all?
No, but I want to so bad. It sounds like so much fun.
Are you? How many of you guys are in Rexburg this semester? Everyone. Okay, cool. We could do mud volleyball. Just saying.
Yes.
I would do it. There you
I
go.
Me
think
too.
I wonder if it would be easier to meet in person than over Zoom.
It might be.
Probably
I
not.
work a lot, but
That's fair. You work at Big Five? I can see your little lanyard.
yeah, that's a lucky guess. Yeah.
Hey, I just
Yeah.
there if you want to.
We could always do a little field trip and come visit you and do it there. Come and bug you.
There is a risk that I would buy some sort of athletic shoe if we did it.
Yes, I love their shoes. Oh my gosh, their running shoes are so nice.
Well, if you need a discount, I got you.
No,
How
serious, I
much
did
do you work, Brendan?
It just depends on the week
My gosh,
and who calls out too. But
that's crazy. All right, any questions anyone has before I go ahead and end the meeting? Oh, let me.
No, but I can offer to be the next leader or whatever.
Perfect.
And we don't meet for 2 weeks. Would this time work for everybody in 2 weeks? 4 p.m. on Thursday. I'm seeing head nods.
I'm looking for a job at the moment. I've applied to
Okay.
some places, so I don't know what my full schedule is going to be.
Okay.
Because at the moment I just have an offer to like ref basketball and
Okay.
soccer. So, but that's in the evening. That should be covered for now.
Okay. Then tentatively, let's plan for 4 o'clock into
Yeah.
Could be
weeks.
15.
Okay, perfect. And if not, like just send an email and we'll like try and coordinate it again. But for now, I'll just plan on that if that's okay.
Yes, that would be perfect. Does anyone know how to get the recording from Zoom? I actually don't know how to do that.
It should end up in your files,
Okay.
on your computer, and then I don't know how to necessarily turn it into a link, but you can share it and then upload it to Canvas usually.
Is it in your files on your computer or is it in like one of the like I think it might be the course materials because I had an online class last semester or 2 semesters ago, and every time I had a recording like off of my computer, that's where it went. It's like straight to Canvas.
No, I'm
Could go to
gonna
both.
look.
I went to my computer when I did it last semester for one of my online classes.
Maybe it was just my settings too. I don't know why.
It'll download somewhere, and I'm sure you can get like.
I
Okay.
think she also posted like instructions too.
Oh.
So
Cool.
hopefully, if you can't find it any of those places, hopefully it'll she
You'll
has
have to see if you can find both links too and see if it'll let you upload both.
Okay, yeah. I will do that, and then so I'll turn it in and I'll make sure to add everyone's names. And then hopefully we get a good score back. I don't know how this is going to be graded. I've never done this before, so
That's right. Thank you so much for hosting it this
Yeah.
week.
Thanks,
yeah, you're
Alyssa.
welcome.
Thank you.
Well, nice to
You all
meet you
for being
all.
available at this time.
I'm just glad we could finally make something work.
It was like I was about to cry. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna
I
have
was a
to
little
drop
worried
this
we weren't gonna
class.
figure something out.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right, then I'm gonna log off. Nice to meet you
All
guys.
right.
Have
Have
a
a
good
good
one,
night.
guys.
Nice to
Yeah.
meet you.